Hey everybody, I'm just sitting in my apartment and I'm watching the lightning because we're about to get a nice little storm rumbling through, which we've had for the last couple of days. It's been festive. Well, it's lightning and it's thundering again, so I'm just enjoying the stillness of my dark, if you will. We all have it. It's a part of all of us. But when you sit in the dark, crazy thought, and hopefully this can bring some understanding and maybe some clarity to somebody or to a lot of people or whatever. But have you ever noticed that when you sit in the silence of the night or sit in the silence of the dark, the thoughts that come to your mind, the things that reveal themselves to you. Now, some might think that it's just like your mind playing tricks on you and things are just kind of like going quonky. No. When you sit in the dark, it is like your subconscious, if you will, can come to life. Now, for the spiritual folks out there, they will completely agree with that. Because it is absolutely a spiritual thing. If you meditate, if you do yoga, if you are trying to face your fears, if you are trying to do self-help psychology stuff, then you will probably shut your lights off and probably sit in the dark. Once a week, once every couple of days, whatever. If you're single like me, I have some extra time where I can shut off my lights and sit in my dark and be at one with myself. It's kind of like my subconscious can come to life. Now, another weird aspect to this is sometimes the thoughts that come in this time can be dark. So dark thoughts, dark. It's just one of them things, right? Something that you can deal with, something that you can open your mind to let your mind process things. Just like when you meditate, just like when you do yoga, just like when you go for a walk or go for a run or whatever it is, that is a form of meditation. You're allowing your subconscious to work for itself. So you can process thoughts and process issues and process your day and put things in the Rolodexes where it needs to go. But thinking and processing, two of the most valuable concepts to the human mind. Because think about how much do you use your mind every day? Right? Just think about that for a second. How often do you think, and you probably don't even realize you're doing it, you think about getting up, right? When you wake up in the morning, your first thought is, oh, time to get up, right? Your next thought is, do I make coffee? Do I make breakfast? Or do I just go shower and get ready for work and go about my day? So you're constantly thinking, constantly, like it is. But there are times, especially for us men folk, where it's a weird situation, and for whatever reason, the ladies can't seem to understand why we can do this or how we can do this, and they're always asking us, because I've had the scenario come up a couple of times, is how can we do this where we just, like, for whatever reason our brain just stops thinking and we can just go blank for a minute. Well, I don't want to give away that secret to the ladies that might watch this video, but what I will say is that is a part of the guy's mind where we don't have to process any thoughts because it's our mind is just going blank for a minute. There's more reasons, but that's just kind of the the black of it, if you will. But that's not where I wanted to go with this, but that's kind of where it went. But this is what I want to say in this little proverb. You know, there's this thing that I don't know if many people quite grasp the concept of what it actually means. And this concept is this thing called effective communication. Right? The ability to communicate effectively. Now, there's there's a very long version of that, but I'm going to try to keep it as short as I can because I only have so much time on here. So, but effective communication is one of the most effective tools that you can have, because think about it. Think about how many relationships. Think about how many times and people that you talk to on a given day. I mean, once again, think about that for a second. How many people do you talk to on a given day? Probably quite a few, right? I mean, depending on what your job is and what you do, and whether you're sitting in an office or whether you work in a warehouse or if you're driving a truck or, you know, what you're doing, right? But effective communication, so you're practicing that technique, that concept more than you know. So the two biggest breakdowns of effective communication, and this is going to be hard for some folks to probably comprehend, right? Because it'll probably trigger some of you when I say this, and that's okay. But the two biggest things that break down effective communication is your ego and your pride. If you let either of those go wild, that breaks down the effective communication. Now, having an attitude, that's your ego. Not wanting to listen, that's your pride in your ego. Not feeling that you need to listen to what's being said, that's ego and pride. So the next time you have a fight with somebody, or a disagreement, or a rough patch, remember that. Should I spar off and have my ego and my pride run wild? Or do I remember to back up for a minute and understand of, hey, we need to communicate and sit down and handle it effectively to where we both reach a ethical resolve to the situation. But I just wanted to share that with you. Hope you have a great night. Sending love, light. Wish you the best thank you for your time.